The pitch. Swung on, drill, deep left field, away, back and go! Angel Martinez, and the Guardians lead it 7-4 on a 5-run 8th inning.
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Mandy Bell. Today is Thursday, May 29th, Paul Skenes' birthday. The Pirates pitching sensation turns 23 today, but really he celebrated a day early with a stellar performance against the Diamondbacks. We'll talk all about that and an improbable late-game comeback against one of the most dominant teams in the game, and something that's only happened twice since 1893. As always, we'll get it all done in under 10 minutes. Let's get to it. There was a lot more at stake in the Dodgers-Guardians game than many of us probably realized. Sure, it's a head-to-head matchup of two of the better teams in the majors, but here were the other key focal points. Shohei Ohtani was looking to homer in 4 straight games for the first time in his career. Jose Ramirez had a 20-game hitting streak on the line. Dodgers starter Clayton Kershaw was still looking to establish himself in his 3rd start since coming off the IL. His fastball averaged 88.4 miles per hour last time out, and he hadn't induced a whiff on the heater yet in his short season. Plus, he was just 29 strikeouts away from the mega milestone of 3,000. So how did it all play out?
Got him swinging. Back to Old Faithful right there, the slider. And you look at it and you say, how in the world does a guy swing through that pitch? 86 middle. But what Clayton Kershaw's biggest superpower is, they think that's a fastball, and then it's not.
Let's start with Kershaw. 1 quick run in the first, and then no other damage through the 5th. He danced around 2 walks and added 3 strikeouts to his resume, moving him to 26 Ks away from that magical mark. His fastball still only averaged 88.9 miles per hour, and he still didn't get a whiff on 10 swings against it, but it didn't matter. The vet is starting to round back into form. Meanwhile, the Dodgers jumped out to a 4-1 lead on a Will Smith double, RBI singles from Andy Pages and Freddie Freeman, and a costly wild pitch by Guardians reliever Tim Herron. Shohei Ohtani didn't homer for the 4th straight game, but again, that didn't matter. The Dodgers had him covered. Aside from Jose Ramirez improving his hit streak to 21 games with a 3-hit afternoon, Cleveland had nothing to brag about. So what hope did this Guardians team have? A team whose stellar leadoff hitter Steven Kwan was removed from the game with wrist inflammation, a team that had lost 20 of its 35 non-division games so far this season. Well,
Ground ball, left side, it's through! Noel scores! Here comes Wilson with the tying run! It's a 4-4 game!
and then
Hit high and deep to left! Goodbye! It's a 3-run homer for Angel Martinez, and the Guardians have come all the way back to take a 7-4 lead.
Boy, the patience of the first couple of pitches in that at-bat, and then he gets one to his liking and just drilled it and hit it out of here.
It's a 5-run 8th inning for the Guardians.
the Guardians pulled off the improbable comeback to defeat the Dodgers 7-4 and hold on to their second place standing in the AL Central, 6 games behind the red-hot Tigers. But more on them in a minute. It was clear there were some Pirates fans behind Pittsburgh's dugout at Chase Field when they all rose to their feet, clapping and cheering for Paul Skenes as he walked off the mound yesterday. But multiple reporters posted on social media that it wasn't just Pirates fans who were cheering the star on. It was D-backs fans too. Now, you have to be pretty impressive to get this type of reception after keeping their favorite team off the scoreboard for most of the night. But Paul Skenes is Paul Skenes. Being ridiculously impressive is what he does best.
Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 call, another strikeout looking. 7 strikeouts for Paul Skenes.
6 2/3 innings, 0 runs, 4 hits, 0 walks, 7 strikeouts. Sheer dominance. It's exactly what you'd expect when you buy a ticket to a Paul Skenes start day, and he didn't disappoint. His season ERA dropped to a mere 2.15 in 12 starts. And somehow, it was his first win in a month, despite previously pitching to a 2.32 ERA over his last 5 outings. The problem was he hadn't received much run support to rack up the wins. This time was a different story. The offense exploded to take a 10-1 victory thanks to a 5-run 6th inning, and well, this didn't hurt either.
High fly ball deep to right field. Carroll back to the wall and clear the deck with a Cruz cannonball. O'Neal Cruz hits his 12th. That was a towering home run here in the desert.
Skenes' career ERA, which spans 35 outings, is now just 2.03. That was the second lowest ERA for any pitcher with at least 200 innings before they turned 23 years old since earned runs became official in 1913. But when you do things like this, especially with a team that's not considered a contender, trade rumors are constant. Yet Skenes is obviously not letting that get to him. He said there's no substance to anything you hear on social media. No matter what his future may hold, whispers clearly aren't going to stop him from being one of the best pitchers in the game. Did you ever dream of playing in the big leagues for your hometown team and just dominating opponents? Many of us did. Only few can say that it became a reality. We'll talk about one of them after the break. Royals rookie starter Noah Cameron grew up about an hour from Kauffman Stadium. He was, naturally, a Royals fan who somehow turned into a 7th-round Royals draft pick, only to become a rookie sensation. The legend of Noah Cameron only grew last night.
Cameron kicks and delivers. And did he go around on the pitch out? He did. Ball in the dirt. It's his second strikeout.
And Noah Cameron will go 6 1/3 tonight. He has given up 1 run to this point and just keeps building a strong resume and just 4 major league starts.
With a little help from his bullpen, Cameron ended his night having given up just 1 run in 6 1/3 innings with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. He became just the second pitcher since 1893. Yes, 1893. To pitch at least 6 1/3 innings and give up just 1 run or fewer in each of his first 4 MLB starts, according to the Elias Sports Bureau. The only other person to do it was Cody Anderson in 2015 with Cleveland. That performance, plus 2 RBIs from Bobby Witt Jr., was enough to give the Royals a 3-2 win over the Reds. Elsewhere around baseball, the Tigers' approach to this season is simply not caring how they win, as long as they win. It didn't matter that they struck out 16 times or were out-hit by a 10-7 margin. They beat the Giants 4-3 thanks to a 4-run 5th inning, easily holding on to the best record in baseball. The Brewers enjoyed their second straight walk-off in the 10th inning against the Red Sox. First, it was Christian Yelich. This time, it was Caleb Durbin. The 6-5 Brewers win handed the Red Sox their 5th straight loss, their longest losing streak of the season. The Yankees just needed a sacrifice fly by Anthony Volpe in the first inning to beat the Angels 1-0 as New York starter Clark Schmidt turned in 6 scoreless frames. In his 5th start since missing nearly 2.5 years after getting surgery on his pitching arm, Lance McCullers Jr. made his best start since 2022, striking out a career-high 12 batters in the Astros' 5-3 win over the A's. We're still not really sure how Pete Crow Armstrong hit this one out.
Oh, did he get it? PCA's down the line, and it's gone! Number 15, raise the roof.
That curveball was just 1.08 feet off the ground, according to StatCast. That's the second lowest pitch hit for a homer this season. And that blast helped the Cubs to a 2-1 win over the Rockies, giving Chicago its 12th win in its last 15 games. Brandon Lau and Junior Caminero homered in the Rays' 5-0 win over the Twins, and Andrew Benintendi was a double away from hitting for the cycle in the White Sox 9-4 win over the Mets. For the rest of yesterday's scores, check out MLB.com. Later tonight, you can catch MLB.tv's free game of the day at 7:07 p.m. Eastern Time as the A's take on the Blue Jays, or you can catch the doubleheader between the Braves and the Phillies on MLB Network at 1:05 and 6:45 p.m. Eastern Time as Philadelphia starter Zach Wheeler looks to continue his current 22 2/3 consecutive scoreless inning streak. That's all for today's morning lineup. Will Leach will get you up to speed on all things baseball tomorrow. As always, please be sure to give us a rating and a review and share this episode with the baseball lovers in your life. Thanks for listening and have a great day.